How's it, guys? Welcome to episode 19 of the Triple Thread Pod. D, how you doing, brother?
19. Let's flipping go. We've got a awesome one planned for you guys today, obviously. But yeah, as we're heading towards 20, we're very excited for episode 20. So yeah, let the excitement begin. We've got quite a few cool discussions for you guys this week. But
Yes.
no review this week, purely because we don't like to be negative or critique films, like to each their own. If you enjoy the franchise, genuinely, that's cool. That's your thing. We don't enjoy the Conjuring movies. I watched the first one and I laughed my way through it. It was so ridiculous. It's just because, like, with things like that and ghosts and whatever, I know that there's someone shutting the door and then the acting's like, ooh, and I can't take it seriously. So I'm the weirdo that watches a movie like that and finds it funny. I know that sounds messed up, but yeah. Anyway, I know that yeah, and then for obviously like I said, if you enjoy the films, that's great. But also being a Christian, I don't fear that stuff. I know
100%.
God protects me from all of that. So if you think
Amen
I'm
to
a
that,
psycho
brother.
for finding it funny, it's just because I know I don't have to worry about those things. That yeah, God protects me, so I'm good. And then, like I said, bro, it's just the acting. Like it's yeah, you know, we don't need to tell everyone the backstory, but you know about at a certain friend's house, we were kind of told to watch that first one, and yeah,
Well, I walked out because I don't watch, I don't
yeah,
watch movies like that. I refuse
no,
to, straight
I
away.
was I was that douche that like shame the one friend was like so into it and recommending it to us and like, no, you guys have to see this movie. I just couldn't stop laughing, bro. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Speaking of no reviews, have you been watching anything this week that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I watched. So just to give you guys context, we're recording Saturday night. We were gonna do this recording after the UFC card, but due to past experiences after the UFC cards, it's never a good idea because we both don't get
No.
a lot of sleep. So we decided we're gonna record this before the main card starts. So yeah. D, just to answer your question, bud. So yes, I have been watching some stuff this week. I'm up to date with Alien Earth, and I am loving
Oof.
it, dude. Loving it.
Nice.
It's great. It's great, dude. Yeah, it's great. Obviously not gonna speak too much about it because I know you haven't watched it yet.
No.
And also I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't watched it yet. It is a
Yeah.
little, I will say this, it is a little bit slow in the beginning, but it does get a little bit better. So yeah, it's interesting.
Nice.
It's very
Nice.
interesting. Like it adds quite a bit to the lore, and I dig it. I think it's great.
Oh, that's all I want to hear. Yeah, I love the lore of freaking Alien and the origin of the xenomorph and all that. It's so cool.
Yeah, no,
Um,
they've done an amazing job with it so far. So I just hope it continues.
nice.
And we'll take it from there. Yeah. And you, have you watched
Nice.
anything?
Nice. No, I got back to reality, so holiday's over, so back to work. So yeah, just been settling in. Haven't really watched anything. I've been catching up on quite a bit of MMA stuff. Because yeah, we're gonna eat really good this month and October. Like we've been saying,
Yeah.
if this is your first time visiting us, freaking welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast. We love having you here. If you have been listening, we've obviously been teasing like how exciting the next few pay-per-views are. Mark
Very.
and I cannot wait. So yeah, I've kind of just been catching up on like what's been happening and the training camps and all this stuff. And yeah, dude, a lot of guys who don't have fights are like in very serious training. So I wonder if there's like any rumors going around that maybe perhaps they'll have to pull in maybe when someone's injured or unwell. I don't know.
Very
So
possible.
quite a
Very
bit going
possible.
on. Yeah, quite a bit going on.
Well, I
But
mean, look at look at tonight's fights. I mean, I think there's like 4 fights that have been cancelled.
Yeah, 2 on the main card,
Yeah,
and then a couple on the prelims. So yeah, it's been quite hectic. And then obviously it being in Paris, they can't exactly just get people into Paris like a day or two before.
correct.
So that must be quite a headache. But
Yeah,
yeah, look, like what happened with Ziam, it's unfortunate because it was like a family tragedy. So,
yeah, there was
thoughts and
him
prayers are
and
with him.
Fernandez, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so that's the first fight of the main card that was cancelled. So for him, that's really unfortunate, and we send our condolences to him and his
Oh man,
family. But
yeah,
yeah, when people don't make weight and stuff, there's no sympathy. Like, it's your job. So in
agreed.
cases like that, yeah, that sucks. But yeah,
Yo,
anyway, so that's been that on that. Not watching anything new. However, so flippin' dude, the closer it gets, and honestly, I don't even know about the story. I've literally only looked at the poster, but it is Stephen King, and just the premise. And then, like I said, David Johnson is an up and coming actor that he's incredible. Dude, next week Friday, The Long Walk, we will be reviewing it, and cannot wait. Sorry if that was loud for the
yo, I'm
listeners,
definitely
but
going. I'll definitely be
so
going on
excited.
Friday for. Definitely
Yeah,
going on Friday for that.
so excited.
Looking forward to
Also,
that,
this
dude.
episode is sponsored by No Stress. It's not a real sponsor, I'm just joking. But don't stress, guys. Just chill with us for the next hour. Let's have a laugh. Let's talk nonsense. Let's
Yeah.
talk movies. Let's talk
Yeah.
UFC
So
football.
another thing I
Let's go.
watched was a horror, and that was you guys beating us, much to my disappointment. But that's the life of an Arsenal fan. Um, just is what it is. But I will still
Yes, you
support my
dudded me.
team. I've still got my shirt on, as you can see, still wearing it
Yeah,
with pride.
yeah. That's
Um,
it.
so
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So guys, today we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, we're not reviewing anything today, as Dino disclosed. So we had a discussion this week, and we said we're gonna choose. Our movie topic is gonna be 3 movies that we wish we could watch again
For the first time.
for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. D,
Jonah,
take it away.
you start us off, bro. Let's go.
Okay. Whew, okay. Yeah, look, there's so many. It's very hard to go.
So hard.
Yeah, it's very hard to just to choose 3. But so my number 3, and it was, well, all 3 of these were down to the experience of watching it the first time,
Mm,
and all 3 of these movies just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. And
mm,
my third one is Dune Part 2. I went to go watch this on a Saturday. It was last year, March. I went to go watch it by myself. My wife wasn't too keen on watching it, so I said, I'm going to go watch it. I did take her later that night to go watch it. So, so she did go watch it with me. Yeah, I can't get enough of this movie. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorites, and yeah, what an experience. To watch that in the IMAX screen was very special.
mm.
Zimmer's score. Jeez, I can never say this director's name right. Even though he's
Villeneuve.
like one
Denis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve's is he's an absolute genius, and
Yeah,
this for me is his best movie so far that he's done. I know I'm very biased
sure,
about it, but yeah, that's my favorite movie of his so far. So yeah, that's my
sure.
number 3. What's yours, D?
Nice. Nice. So when we do like our favorite sequels ever made, that one's gonna be very high on your list.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%.
Cool. Yeah.
100%.
That's awesome. I'll be honest, I didn't rank mine because, like you said, there were so many to choose from that I literally
Oh,
just went in the moment. Like right now, I'm writing down 3 movies. What are the first 3 movies I'm thinking of? Boom, boom, boom. And then I just got so overwhelmed because I got like flooded with other movies, and I was like, no, I'm just sticking to the 3 I wrote down. So this isn't like an all-time top
very
3.
hard. It's
It's
very
too
hard to
hard.
just choose. But
It's too hard. And then I don't like telling people when something has a plot twist or like a twist ending or whatever, because that is a spoiler. So none of those movies are on my list, purely because obviously that's the kind of film I'd love to see again, just to have that shock again. And then I'm not going to name any movies because then I'm going to spoil it.
correct.
I do want to say this. I've been meaning to say this for a few episodes. A lot of podcasts tend to say, let's just say, for example, they're talking about The Sixth Sense. Let's just say, for example. And then they spoil something about The Sixth Sense. A lot of people go, well, if you haven't seen a movie that came out 30 years ago, like, that's your problem. The problem with that logic, okay, is you're not thinking about the new movie audience. You're not thinking of the younger people that are now getting into movies. You're not taking them into consideration. A 13-year-old might not have seen The Sixth Sense. Now you've just spoiled that for that person.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, dude.
Not to say that there are spoilers in The Sixth Sense, just using as an example. So I'm always going to assume that people listening have not seen the films we talk about, because that's not fair. Cool.
It's not fair. Not fair.
No, it's not fair. I can't stand it when people say that. Like, they'll spoil something. I'll be like, well, if you haven't seen a movie that came out 20 years ago, and I'm like, yes, but you're not thinking, bro. Someone's just turned 16 or 14 and they can be allowed to watch it for the first time. They maybe listen to your film podcast because they're getting into movies, but now you've spoiled that ending for them. Like, for me, new podcasts didn't exist when we were growing up. But I know if a movie podcast existed, I would have been watching it broken. I would have been
100%.
listening to it, watching it, everything. We read magazines when we were growing up, but no one does that anymore. So, anyway.
Yes.
No, I know, but like, and I'm not naming any magazines because you need to sponsor us. So if you're a movie magazine and you're still selling, well done.
And when we used to dial up the phones, we would go da 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 one, da 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 two, da 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 da.
Yeah, literally, when we used to go to the cinema, you could hear the projector starting, and it was like.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, my first movie that I wish I could watch for the first time again is Rocky. I wish I could watch the first Rocky again. My goodness, the ultimate story of the underdog. And now I don't want to be a hypocrite and now spoil why I wish I could watch it again. But you know how the movie ends, and damn, like, that was shocking to me because that like never happened in other stories that I'd seen when I was younger. Like, it always went a certain way, and then Rocky goes another way, and then you get the whole point of the movie, and then you're like, oh my word, that's even better. Like, that's beautiful. So yes, the first Rocky, I wish I could watch that again for the first time. It's phenomenal.
But what a movie that was. Yo, I remember watching it the first time. It's a great film, dude. Yeah, I mean, they put Stallone on the map, but they changed his entire career forever, and it was well deserved. That's one thing. Like, obviously, everyone knows him as an actor, but he's a great writer. I've always said it.
Yeah.
We've spoken about it plenty of times.
Awesome
he's a
writer.
Great writer. He's an awesome writer.
Yeah, for people who don't know, he was so broke that in Rocky, obviously he has a dog in the film. That was his real life dog, and he had to sell the dog to literally keep putting food on the table. That's how broke this man was.
Crazy.
And then obviously Rocky became the phenomenon it did. And he got to buy the dog back. Good old Butkus. And that's it, dude. Yeah, no, there's so many cool BTS facts about Rocky. Like, even the mural of him where the shorts are the wrong color. I'm not spoiling anything, guys, so please don't be that person. It's not a spoiler. There's a mural where they give him the wrong boxing shorts. That was real, and they couldn't afford to have it painted again, so they like wrote it into the movie. There's so many cool things about Rocky. Like how that movie got made is a miracle. It shouldn't exist. It shouldn't
Yeah,
exist, but it does.
it's true. It's true, but it is true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Actually,
sure.
to be honest with you, bro, we probably don't have this podcast if I never watched Rocky, because Rocky is what got me into boxing.
Yeah, that's
Rocky and my
dude. That's
grandfather and my
dude.
mom.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's definitely one of your. It's one of the best sports movies ever made. It's one of the best movies ever
yeah,
made. Period.
yeah,
But dude, no, listen, I agree with you there, dude. If we don't get that, dude, mind you, if we don't get a lot of these films, this podcast wouldn't be around.
yeah. That's a valid point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't be watching UFC if Rocky wasn't made. So
True.
yeah,
Good point. That is a
cool.
good point.
Yeah,
Okay, but so technically, I know it's a trilogy, but Lord of the Rings. I'm just gonna say
I
it
knew
like
you
that.
were gonna say that. I knew it was gonna be on your list, and I'm
Lord of the
so proud
Rings,
of
dude.
you. Well done.
Have to put this in. That is, yeah, but that's peak cinema. I don't care what anyone says. Anyone that says those movies are too long, um, you're probably a Spurs fan and you haven't seen the light of day. You've probably been in a cave or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, there's something wrong with you if you ask me if somebody says that. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. If you
So
say
yeah,
it's too long, you're a United fan and you've been staring at Maguire's freaking forehead for too long. So just
or you've been hit
rest.
in the head by Francis Ngannou, head kicked in the head like GSP did to
There we go.
Matthews. No
Yeah, yeah,
disrespect to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Matthews.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, yeah,
No, it's yeah. It's the old cliche. Those movies are too long. Okay, fine.
oh, dude,
Go watch TikTok videos that are like 2 minutes. Maybe that's more your thing. I don't know.
100% attention span. But anyway,
Attention span.
we don't
That's
wanna
it.
diss anyone. But, yeah, please don't tell me that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it, dude. What's your second one, dude? I'm not even gonna say it. Yes, because
I
I'm
want
gonna
you to
go
say
for it
it.
myself.
I want you to say it. Say it.
I'm gonna say it, dude.
See, if we were
Yo,
recording after the fights, you would have said it, because after the fights we have no filter.
that's the
That's why
problem.
we don't record late anymore. Because the last time we did,
Yes,
yo, it was chaos.
that was chaos. That
Everything
was
came
chaos.
out. Okay.
Yes.
My number two. My number two is a movie that I watched for the first time, and then I proceeded to watch it 25 times more that week.
Yes, he did.
Dude, I'm surprised that VHS did not like spontaneously combust. I was too young to see it at the cinema, so my mom very awesomely let me rent it from the video store, and that is The Matrix. Dude, to watch
Ah,
that movie
shut.
for the first time, oh my word, I'd love. Listen, every time I watch it, it gets me. But damn, the first time I watched that movie, it changed. It changed the game. We have, yeah, movies today wouldn't be made if we don't have The Matrix. It
It's true.
inspired a whole generation of
True.
filmmakers, and
Oh,
yo,
dude, I remember watching that at the cinema and I loved it. Yes, I loved it. Oh my word. It was incredible. It was
no,
absolutely incredible.
dude,
Um,
honestly,
Also, like VHS, well, VHS is going way back. That's when United were in their glory days. Um, so yeah, no, I'm not taking a shot at United. I'm just being honest. That's how
that's how long ago it was.
long ago it was. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. Listen, D. But all like the first one special. I enjoyed the second one. The third one, I've got a very fond memory of the third one, dude. Um, I went with some of my family members. and we went to go watch the worldwide release of Revolutions, where it came out everywhere in the
Everywhere
world
at
at
the
the
same
same
time.
time. And
That's so cool.
I bunked a maths test that day to go and watch it, and it was awesome. I loved it.
That's
I loved
so
it.
cool. It's so cool.
So,
So, yeah, listen, I
yeah,
love 2 and 3. People can say what they want, we'll have opinions, cool. There are only 3 Matrix movies, I will say that. There's only
correct.
3.
Yes,
And
yes,
the Animatrix, if you want to include the Animatrix, great. The Animatrix is freaking awesome.
yes. Agreed.
But yes, I love all 3, but the first one is just, it's,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love it.
it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. My number one, it's a film that we've spoken about before. Me and you went to go watch it together in 2010 at good
I know
old
what,
Monte Casino,
I know what you're
and
going to
that
say.
is Christopher Nolan's absolute masterpiece, and that is Inception.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not lying to you. This was on my list and I took it off because I knew you would put it. So I was like, I don't want to have the same. I want to have 6 different movies to talk about. He's going to go
Yeah.
Inception, so I'll go the other one. Love that. That worked out well.
Now listen. What can be said about this movie? It is. It's almost well. It's 15 years old now, and
Crazy.
sorry, not 15 years old. No man.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is 15 years old. See,
2010,
this
yeah.
is what happens when you kids stay at school. Don't go watch movies. Go and attend your
Don't
math
skip maths
classes.
lessons.
This is what
No,
happens.
do. No, do. For an event like that, dude. Yes. I mean, it
Yeah,
showed the same time all around the world. That was,
yeah.
that was so freaking cool.
Um,
So cool.
but yeah, Inception for me is it's most days it's probably my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
definitely one of
for
those that
me.
it's like on any day it could be a
Oh,
favorite movie
I
for
love
sure.
that movie. Jeez, I love that movie, and that score, my word. I mean, one of the tracks is my ringtone. So yeah,
There you go.
comment,
Which
comment,
which
give us a comment, and you guys can guess, and I'll whoever gets it right, I'll give you a thumbs up.
that's a shout. That's a shout. Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
send you guys a Dougie Stunny bear to wrestle with.
Damn.
Okay,
And that's pricey, guys. I think he's being too generous there.
heavy pricing those.
That's
Heavy pricing.
hectic. That's hectic. Yeah, last week I showed my Interstellar tattoo, and there's my Inception one. That's the totem that Dom spins around.
You know,
So yeah, safe to say we both flipping adore that movie.
I love that movie.
It's a
Absolutely love it.
masterpiece. It's a
Absolutely.
masterpiece. Okay, my number one is a movie that is also directed by the great Christopher Nolan. It is a film that you and I bonded over very early on in our friendship, and that is Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight.
Yes, dude. I
One of
knew
the
not to copy you, but I knew this was going to be on your list, mate. And I took it
my
off.
guy. This is why we freaking got the freaking podcast, bro. So people are gonna think this shit is planned. I swear it's not. Like last week with the whole thing of when I said, oh, Burnley probably scored an own goal. Like, I've gotten a few people come back at me and be like, oh my word, that was freaking sick because, like, they actually did score an own goal. And then, like, how often you and I have things on the same list and whatever, I tell them, like, literally, it's not planned. We give each other a list of things and we don't talk about it. We leave it for the pod. We don't
Well,
discuss
list
it
of
at all.
subjects. We speak about a list of subjects that we're going to discuss, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then that's literally it. No, I don't give anything away. So yeah, The Dark Knight, dude, I remember watching that for the first time like it was literally like it happened today. I know where I sat. I know who I was with. I can remember everything literally like it happened today.
What a movie. What a movie.
Yeah, that experience
Heath
was just
Ledger's
unbelievable.
Heath Ledger's performance in that was something else. That was
Unbelievable. That movie grabs you from the beginning and it doesn't let go. there's not an ounce of fat on that movie. It is perfect.
Agreed.
You could not take a frame of film out of that movie. It's perfectly cut. It's phenomenal movie.
That opening sequence, there's so many. Obviously, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but one of my favorite parts in that movie is all I'm going to say is the magic trick. I remember when it happened,
Dude.
I burst out laughing, but I was shocked at the same time. So it was quite something. So yeah, no.
Now, seeing that for the first time, I remember you could literally hear a pin drop. Like,
yeah.
I mean, dude, I only started eating my popcorn about, again, like I said, we don't want to spoil things for people. It was already toward the third act of the movie because my stomach started grumbling and I was like, oh my word, I haven't even eaten my popcorn. I hadn't touched any of my snacks. That movie just started and I froze. Like it had me. It had me.
But listen, not just that movie, but the trilogy itself is amazing. It's absolutely incredible.
It's incredible. Incredible. Also, fun facts about The Dark Knight. It's the first. The opening of The Dark Knight was the very first scene shot in IMAX. So, like you spoke about Dune, we don't have movies today if Christopher Nolan doesn't decide to film The Dark Knight in IMAX. So what him and Wally Pfister did, we owe him, Wally Pfister, and the people over at IMAX a huge debt, because then we don't get the scope of filmmaking that we have today. So, please continue to support IMAX. Please continue to support movies that are made for IMAX, because this is the caliber of film we get. We get the Dune 2s, we get the Dark Knights, we get Oppenheimer, etc. So we get Sinners.
We keep encouraging everyone, go and experience these movies the way they're supposed to be experienced.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Do you want to recap your 3?
Yeah, so Dune Part 2, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Inception. If I could go watch all of these in IMAX again, I would gladly go do it again.
Yeah, literally right now. Stop pressing record and I'd go 100%.
Yeah.
I would. No, for sure.
100%.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, mine were Rocky, The Matrix, and The Dark Knight.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's
very, very cool.
It's a solid list. That's a solid list.
No, likewise, bro. Likewise. I'd watch any of these 6 again for the first time right now.
Yeah.
Literally run to the cinema.
Okay, so look, that list was not bad to do, but let me tell you something. This is a hard one to do. Wow.
This is gonna be hard.
But when we start going to the heavier weights, we're gonna struggle. I just know, and we're gonna argue. We are gonna argue 100%, but that's fine.
Welterweight is coming. Welterweight is coming.
Welterweight is coming, bro.
Welterweight is coming.
Not impressed by your performance.
Welterweight and middleweight are coming. They're coming, 100%. And I'm freaking dying in those heels, but they're coming.
Okay. So, for our MMA segment, guys, we carrying on with our series, which is our top 5 from each division. And our next top 5 is obviously the bantamweights. So we're going to go 5 each, and then, All right, D, I went first with the previous list. You go for it, bud.
Bruh, let me just preface by saying this was very difficult because 4 and 5 are here. I'm going to try to keep my hand in frame. 4 and 5 are here. Not to say the shits, because I obviously made my top 5. But 4 and 5 are here. 3 is here. 2 is there. And 1 is off the screen.
Okay.
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 My number 5 is Miguel Torres. That is my number 5.
Okay. You know, dude. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
we don't
Okay.
know about
That's a
Miguel
shout.
Torres. He had a really cool record. I enjoyed watching him fight. No one really talks about him, but listen, he had that dog in him, and
Yeah.
that's personally what I always want to see in a fighter. I just want to see the dog in him. Is he going for a finish? Is he trying to win this fight? His record at the end of his career was 44-9, which I think is unbelievable. That's
That's crazy,
53
dude.
fights in your career is mad. So for
That's
that
insane.
reason, I had to have him in my top 5. Yeah,
No, listen, that's a shout, dude. That's a
Miguel
shout.
Torres
Miguel
was
Torres
cool.
is he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I think this is going to upset you, but I had to
Oh,
put this
no.
man on the list.
I know
I
who
had to
you're
put
gonna
this man
say.
on the list.
The-
So once again, like I always say, I respect every one of these acts, but I have to give this man his credit where it's due. Okay.
he was
Um,
champion. So to be fair,
he was champion, dude. And listen, yeah, I'll get into that. So two-time UFC champ. Um, obviously so it's TJ Dillashaw. Okay. Um, what a fighter he was. He was brilliant, but his legacy was tarnished by his use of steroids and stuff. Now I
yeah,
know what's going to happen. Everyone's gonna jump on top of us and say, "Oh, but what about John Jones?" Fair point, fair point. But yeah, look, I had to put this guy on the list. He is my number 5, and that's TJ Dillashaw. That season of tough with him and Kobe Garbrandt was one of the most
mad.
entertaining seasons by far.
It was
Those
mad.
two hated each other so much, and
Proper.
sadly, Cody just wasn't the same after those fights, and it was very sad
No,
to see. So yeah,
no. After that first fight, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, TJ was great. Just obviously before the oh my word, before the performance enhancing drugs. Um, yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's your
No,
number 5, brother?
it's fair enough. My number 5, funnily enough, is the guy that is one of the heads of TJ's former gym, Team Alpha Male, and that
Ooh,
is Uriah Faber.
the
Um,
Californian kid.
that's it. Yep. I don't think you can say bantamweight without saying Uriah Faber. He's one of the first guys I always think about. The guy was always up for a scrap.
Yes, dude.
He never turned down fights like willingly, unless it was like for an injury or whatever. But yeah, final
Yeah,
record 35-11. It's not the most awesome record, but it's the durability and the longevity there. I mean, 46 fights. That's incredible. And yeah, I mean, he was awesome to watch, dude.
he was
Um,
brilliant, dude. He was brilliant.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
brilliant. Sure, dude. No, yes, he was a
And
great
then
fighter.
yeah, and then I think I know this isn't a game like we're playing, best guy in the cage, but I must mention like what he's done outside of the ring, with Team Alpha Male. He's done a really good job. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, look at all those oaks that are still, that team's still running
yeah,
strong.
yeah,
Song Young, what's his name? Song Yadong is
yeah,
he's one of their biggest prospects at the moment.
yeah,
Um, that is going to be a problem in the bantamweight division very soon.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, and we don't have TJ,
Very
we don't have
important.
Cody without him. I know that's not the game, but still, I just needed to mention that. But as a
No,
fighter, yeah,
listen, he's look, like I said, this is going to cause controversy. He's in my honorable mentions, but he is.
mm, mm,
Um,
mm.
yeah, but yeah, he's a legend. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I've said it from day one.
Yes, he should be for sure.
He has to be in the Hall of Fame. He was part of that WEC group. You know
Hmm.
that for those who don't know, WEC was bought over by the UFC, which was under the Zuffa name, and yeah, we started to get all these unbelievable fighters at lower weight classes, which was great. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was awesome. Okay, my number 4 is Henan Barrow. Okay, he
Oh,
was, oh, but Berserk was on a tear, man. He was on a 32 fight win streak. And then one of the biggest upsets of all time, and that was him and TJ Dillashaw. TJ beat him, and yeah, sadly, he just never got back to where he was. I mean, he
mm,
was for a while he was considered pound for pound number one. So I needed to put this man on this list. He is. It's just sad the way his career like fell apart. It's
yeah,
always it's always cuck when you see this happen to these fighters. That's the thing with a sport. There's no very few of these oaks finish at the top, and
yeah,
unfortunately, he was one of them
yes,
that didn't. But yeah,
yeah. No, it's true. But that's a shot, mate. That's a
thank you,
shot.
bud.
Um, that is a shot. Flip, yeah, that's sick. Okay, my number 3, still an active fighter,
Cat,
and that is Peter Yan.
sure, dude.
Um,
Yeah,
I had to have him, yeah. So obviously beat Jose Aldo. I know this was an Aldo that was already after his prime, fine, but he still beat him. Loses to Aljo, then beats Corey, and then loses to Aljo again. But yeah, look, he's on a 3-fight win streak, so I think he'll fight Marab. Marab has already called him out for the November card. I mean, Marab is a flipping beast because Marab is fighting soon, and then he's already said that he wants to give Peter Yan his title shot before the end of the year, and I'm just like, bro, how? But yes, Peter Yan is my number
yeah. He
3.
just mustn't look past. And I'm not being biased here, dude. He just mustn't look past Corey.
No, no,
He mustn't
100%.
look past Corey. Yeah.
But to be fair, I do like how Rob worded, phrased it because he's super humble, and he did say
Yes.
if he does beat Corey, he does want to hold up the division, and he feels like Peter Yan deserves a title shot soon. So he wants to give him that opportunity if he beats Corey. So I do respect how he worded it. But yeah, I mean, Peter Yan's only 32 years old. I think by the time he puts up his gloves, he's going to have one hell of a resume. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Listen. Agreed, bud.
I had to
Agreed.
choose him. Yeah, so that's my number 3.
Okay. Well, snap number 3 was also Peter Yan for me.
Boom. Let's flip and
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. I have a feeling we have the same number 2 and 1.
We do. We definitely do, bro. If we don't, I think I'm pressing stop record. To be honest with you, that's how like shocked I'd be. I am
okay. So
curious about the order. I've got a
okay.
feeling we might have a different order though.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
But the
So
top 2 have to be the same. Have to be the same.
yeah. So my number 2 is Marab. Okay.
Okay.
Rob's my second fighter in that division. Okay.
Okay.
There is a potential that he will become number 1, provided that he goes on to he carries on the trajectory. I can't say that word. He carries on
Trajectory.
this path that he's going. Yes, thank you, that word. Don't know what's going on with me tonight. I think I'm still suffering from the game last week. Anyway, he is. I've never seen a guy that has weaponized cardio like he has. It is. It's truly unbelievable. He is. My only critique of his is that he doesn't get enough finishes. That's why he wasn't number one. But what a
Okay.
fighter he is. And on top of that, he is an absolute hilarious person outside the cage. I don't know how many times we send videos of Marab doing the most random of stuff, and
Dude.
we send it to each other, and we're always laughing. It's gold. It's absolute gold. Derek is just yes, no, he's an amazing human being. His story is amazing,
Yeah.
and I tell you what, we're very blessed to see such an incredible fighter like that. And
Yeah.
just I hope he carries on like he is. Look, I'm gonna be very honest. I hope he doesn't carry on like that against Corey, because I want Corey to win when they fight, because I'm a big Sanhagen fan. But let's see. We never know. We never
Yeah.
know.
It's MMA, you never know.
It's
100%.
true. Okay. Who's
Okay,
your number two?
so our order was different. My number 2 is Dominic Cruz.
Okay.
Okay. What can be said about Dominic Cruz? Pure dominance. The guy's footwork needs to be studied.
But
His footwork was disgusting.
that is
So
disgusting.
unorthodox. And I'll tell you what, bro, like, I get why you put Marab number 2. That's why I had a feeling. I was like, he's going to put Marab 2 because he just became champion. However, he's already defended the belt twice. Dominic Cruz defended it 3 times. So if Marab
Correct.
beats Corey, he's already equaled that. And then if he
Yeah.
fights Peter Yan like he wants to by the end of the year, and he beats him, that'll be 3 title defenses in a year.
That's correct.
I mean, just because you've just spoken about Marab, I think we'll speak about Marab at the same time, and then we can speak about Cruz at the same time, I guess. But yeah, Marab,
Perfect.
his stamina needs to be studied. His cardio it's almost not human. If any fighter could have the fighter named the Machine, he's aptly named. No one else could have that title. No other fighter should ever have that name unless your cardio is better than his.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. And just to speak to, I understand you saying like he doesn't get a lot of finishes, but then doesn't that speak even more to his cardio? That this guy is fighting 15 and now 25 minutes. I mean, he finished Sean in round 3, but
True.
most of his fights do go to decision, which means that this guy's putting out 15 minutes
No,
every
but
fight.
he's I've
It's
never seen a guy that just shoots continuously with like when he with his wrestling and stuff, and he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. I mean,
no.
I remember that what was it? What was that fight? Was it against Aldo where he attempted like 23 takedowns or something like that. It was insane. I mean, we still watched it together. When he broke GSP's takedown record
I was just about to
against
ask whose record did he break?
you know what?
No, but it's true, Brian. We thought that was a record that was never going to be touched. I mean, we spoke about that record for years now, and we're like, no one's touching that. That's ridiculous. Marab's
And
done
he
it.
broke it too. He broke it,
He's,
and it
I
was
mean,
crazy. That was insane. That was
he's
absolutely insane that he broke it.
dude, and he's only 34.
Yes, dude, no, it's mad. It's mad.
Just saying,
Yeah, look,
he's only
I
34.
look forward to I look forward to seeing him playing basketball in the middle of the ring, like he did.
Just not against Corey. Flip, he can do that
Just not
against
against Corey,
Peter
please.
Yan or
I'll be. Yes, I
dude.
don't know.
And who does that as a contender? That was his first title fight in the UFC, fighting at
Yeah,
Noche, and the guy starts playing basketball. Listen, guys, there's levels, hey. You're
no, there
fighting
is
against
level.
the champion at the first ever Sphere event, one of the UFC's biggest events, and my guy goes in and he starts playing basketball against the champion. No. I'm sorry. They are levels, mate. They are
Dude, my
levels.
favorite,
Yes.
look, my favorite stall was when Sean tried to do that spinning heel kick and he missed, and then Marab still went like this. That got me. I'm sorry, that got me. Yo, that got
Yeah.
me.
No, he's
So yeah,
incredible. He's incredible.
okay. So Marab is your number one. Marab's my number
Yes.
two. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna make a case for Dominic Cruz. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, he's the best bantamweight of all time. He's the man that built this division. Okay. He was the
Yep.
WEC champ, and he was the first UFC bantamweight champion. Okay.
Yep.
Wins over Uriah Faber, Demetrius Johnson. Let's not forget that. Okay. TJ Dillashaw and Joseph Benavidez. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, look, you touched on it. His footwork was disgusting. I've never seen an oak move like it in the ring. It's
No.
incredible.
No.
He's also his volume, his striking was also great. It's just, and the reason I say this oak was the greatest in that division is he built that division, but he was also that man for many, many years. I don't know how many years it was, but it's a lot. He struggled with injuries. If it wasn't for those
Yes.
injuries,
Yeah,
that man
that's true.
would. There's very few oaks that would touch him, and that's just that's how I see it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if not for those injuries, his legacy would have been even greater. I
Yeah.
firmly believe that.
Yeah, it was both knees, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, both knees, multiple knee surgeries. Yeah, that oak is just, and I will say this, he's an unbelievable commentator. I think he's like the way he breaks down certain things and stuff. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. Look, I knew those would be the top two, but
Yeah.
I had a feeling you were going to make the case for Marab is still active and still kind of
Look,
getting there.
I'll be honest, dude. It was very hard not to put Corey in here. It was very hard not to put
Yeah.
Uriah Faber. It's hard, bud.
No, it is. It's very difficult. It's super difficult. I'm dreading the next 2 weeks. I'm absolutely dreading them.
Oh, no.
Featherweight and lightweight's going to be. I
Yeah, that's
almost
gonna
feel like
be.
cheating and asking, can we do top 10? But we're cheating, so we're not going to do that.
No, you're sticking with five.
We've got to pick five. We've got to
Sticking with
pick
five.
five. But yeah, I'm gonna try and not do any honorable mentions during this entire thing. But it's
hard, bud. It's hard, man.
It's
So
gonna be
hard,
so
dude.
hard.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, the reason why we're doing this list, guys, is for the audience to engage with us. We want your guys' opinions. I'm sure there's fighters that I've missed out on. I'm sure there's fighters that
100%.
you've missed out. How
100%.
many? I mean, yes, it's still a new division in terms of like the others, but doesn't mean that there's not great fighters in there. So yeah.
No, there's freaking beasts.
Yo. So yeah, look, let's see. Recap your top five.
My top five are Miguel Torres, Uriah Faber, Peter Yan, Dominic Cruz, and Marab the Machine Dvalishvili.
Nice, dude. Okay, so mine is 5 is TJ Dillashaw, 4 is Henan Barrow, 3 is Peter Yan, 2 is Marab, and then number 1 is Dominic Cruz. Okay.
Nice.
Now, the part of the podcast that I've been dreading. D, well done to Liverpool. Congratulations, bud.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, Mark knows I'm not a sore loser and I'm not a ugly winner. If anything, I'm very critical of my team, and it was not a nice win. It wasn't a performance that I wanted to see, but I stand by this. I will always stand by this. This is how leagues are won. That even when you are playing like shit, you have to get the 3 points. And we didn't play badly. It was a very scrappy game from both teams, if I'm being honest. Both teams were very out of rhythm. It wasn't a nice game to watch.
No, it wasn't.
It was very weird, and it wasn't too tactical. It wasn't. Actually, I might rewind on that. I am not starting to. I have been very critical of Arteta because I think he wants his players to be too. It's too tactical, in my opinion, the way Arsenal play football, bro. He needs to let these guys express themselves. He needs to give them a bit more freedom. I feel like everything's a bit too regimented at Arsenal. And against us on the weekend, it was showing. They were almost held back, but they were holding themselves back. We weren't doing anything. Yeah, we didn't do anything to hold you back. You guys were holding yourselves back. And then what I will say, dude, Zoboslai only scores bangers. That guy's only 24 years old. And if you just do a compilation of his goals, that guy's like incapable of scoring a shit goal. Every goal is a banger. It's going top bins. It's disgusting.
No, it's crazy.
It's disgusting.
Crazy. It's crazy.
But yeah.
Look, I'll say this, like, as a Gunners fan, it was hard to take that loss, but I was proud of the boys because it's 1-0, and it was an unbelievable goal to go and score against us. I was impressed with the team, like, defensively, but I don't know what's going on with Martinelli. Martinelli needs to go, and I hate to say that Oki has been one of my favorite Arsenal players for quite some time. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's him, Odegaard. They just don't know what's going on. They were 2 seasons ago. They were unplayable. They were so good. We spoke about this multiple times, and I don't know. But look, there were some positives for me in that game. I thought Riccardo Calafiori did well against Salah. He kept him quiet most of the game.
He played very well.
Timber was brilliant as well. When Saliba went off, I'm like, oh, here we go. Floodgates are going to open. Mascara, or however you say his name, he did a fantastic job coming in.
Yes.
I like what Zubimendi is bringing to the team. It's something we've lacked for a long time, and that's somebody that breaks down play and stuff. It's just we lacked going forward. We really did. Like Noni, like I enjoyed those battles with Noni and your left back. Those were entertaining to watch.
Yes,
because they were constantly. It was that battle of that left side of the field. It was incredible to watch. That was probably the highlight, one of the highlights of the game. Besides that beautiful goal that Dominic scored. Yeah, D, look, it's going to be, but I said it a couple of episodes again. It's still very early, but my money's still in you guys, especially with you guys getting Isak now. It's going to be deadly, bud.
Look, it's a lot of new players, bro. So I'm on the side that Arsenal are more established. Chelsea are now finding their feet. I can never write off City. And we're a very new team, so I think second would be, bro. If we finish second, it would be a really good achievement. And I'm being honest. We've got like half our team is new. So if Slot can finish top 2 with this team and maybe an FA Cup, geez, on the Champions League would be amazing. But I think top 2 would be a hell of an accomplishment, considering all the new boys that have come in. But it is early days. We've won our first 3 games.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And I just hope City absolutely demolish United next weekend. That would be great. Obviously, we're not going to cover the international football. Sorry, guys. We're just not doing it. We don't really care. But so you guys do have a big one next week, though. Nottingham Forest. That's a huge game.
It's a tough game.
That's going to be a tough one.
That's a tough game.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. That is going to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
Look, they had a shocker last week. 3-0 to West Ham. I don't know who predicted that, but whoever did made some decent money last weekend
But that was it
because
wasn't a
that
shocker last week.
was
That
that
was a
was
big
mad,
shock.
dude. That
That
was
was a big
mad.
shocker. Yes.
It was that, and then Palace. I mean, it wasn't shocking that Palace beat Villa. I knew that would be a close game, but 3-0 as well. Jeez.
Yeah.
And then we
No,
lost
dude.
out on freaking Gay, who scored an absolute screamer last weekend.
Yeah.
I was excited to get him, but the deal fell through. So hopefully we get him like in January or something. But
No,
yeah,
I'm sure you guys are going to get him in January, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crystal Palace put up their price on him.
yeah. I mean, he's going to leave for free next summer, so they have to
Okay.
try to sell him in January. Yeah.
Sure.
So
Let's see, bud.
hopefully
Let's
we
see.
get him.
Look, I will say this: the signing of the season so far, in terms of price, is Donnarumma going
Sure,
to City, bud, for
that's
30 million. That
unbelievable.
is,
Unbelievable.
it's disgusting. I'm sorry that. No, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. We covered that when we spoke about our best current players our best 11 for the 23-24 season. And yeah, listen, that was unbelievable. I'm
24,
worried
25.
about City.
Yeah.
I'm worried about City, and I'm worried about you guys. And also Chelsea, like you
And
said.
Chelsea.
So,
Yeah, dude, honestly. People are sleeping on Chelsea. They can go right under the rug and win this whole thing. I'm telling you now.
that's true. That's true. So
Um,
yeah, let's
yeah.
see. Let's see what happens. Some big games for the Champions League as well. I see you guys are going to play Madrid. I don't think that's going to be the friendliest of receptions for Trent, which is sad.
No, and the Spanish media have been really hard on him. He's having a really tough time in Spain.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to adjust. Look, he assisted a beautiful goal for, was it Mbappe on the weekend? Yes, what a goal that was. That cross, sure, that was incredible. But let's see. Listen, all these players need time to adjust. At the end of the day, we forget that they're human beings. Same thing with, once again, I'm not being biased, but I still think Gyökeres will do well at Arsenal. He just needs time.
No, of course he
Arteta
needs
needs
time.
to play him. Arteta needs to play him a certain way.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
But that's the thing. Yeah, I think Arteta just it's too regimented, bro. He needs to give these guys a little bit more freedom. Because in general, managers have taken Joga Bonito out of the game. These guys can't express themselves anymore. Somebody tries to do a rainbow flick and gets subbed off, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, why
Yeah,
can't he do a rainbow flick? Like,
they've
let them do
become
it,
they've
man.
become robots, D. They've become
Yes.
robots, and that's very sad to see, dude.
Yeah. So I think all these managers could let some more expression. But you see it happen, like, dude, like with the way Nottingham Forest played last season. Oh, listen, Nuno's a phenomenal manager, and that's why I think one of his biggest strengths is the flow he gives them.
Yes,
He just wants them to play football, and that's what fans want to watch, bro. We want to watch them play football.
that's what makes the sport, bud. Is
Yeah,
when it's entertaining like that. It's amazing to see. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see.
So
International break for any F1 fans. We've got the race tomorrow.
yeah.
We're not going to talk about the rugby because,
Well,
ouch.
South Africa haven't beaten All Blacks at Eden Park since 1937, I think it is. And
Oh my word.
yeah, enough said. It's
Jeez, man.
insane.
You need to send your polar bears to the Springboks, dude.
I think I need to, but I think I need to. The
Yeah.
Kazakhstan specials. But yeah, listen, guys. As always, thank you for joining us. Have a great week ahead. And
Have a great
until
week,
next
guys.
time, guys.
God
Right.
bless. Like, comment, engage. Let's go. Peace.
Go. Cheers. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.